Hey y'all, back again in my favorite little orange wall space in the office. That being said, I want to focus a little bit today on upper body, really starting to work into opening the chest, opening the shoulders. If you've spent a lot of time hunched over, if you've spent a lot of time sitting, if you carry your stress in your neck and shoulders like I do, then this is what we need. So we're gonna open the chest. We are gonna start seated. We're gonna do some work. We're gonna go and do some standing work. So don't think that we're just hitting the upper body, because we are gonna do a little bit of the lower body as well. And so this will be a nice little flow working into the upper body. All right, starting into a comfortable seat, always with the option to sit on the edge of a blanket or the rolled up edge of your mat. Sitting up nice and tall, and then close your eyes. If you don't want to close your eyes, look down at the ground. Just breathe. Breathing in and out through the nose. Taking stock of the body. What do you feel? Where do you feel it? What doesn't feel good? Where are you holding tension? Just become aware of those parts of the body. And as we go through the practice, those areas, we're going to give them a little more grace, a little more energy, and a lot of breath. Breathing in and out through the nose. Breathing as deep as your body will allow. Maybe you need to breathe through your mouth a little bit. You've got some allergies going on. I know in Augusta, Georgia, they're covered in the yellow stuff. It's funny, West Virginia and Pennsylvania, they always joke, whoa, we get the yellow stuff too. And I'm like, yeah, not compared to Georgia, yo. So maybe your allergies are bothering you. So breathe through your mouth if that's what your body needs. Maybe your breaths are a little shallower for whatever reason. And then on your next exhale, take your right ear to your right shoulder. Making sure not to push your right shoulder up. Don't lift it up to the ear. They don't have to touch. They're unlikely to touch. But then also don't push up your left shoulder. Let it hang down. The more it hangs down, the more it's going to stretch. And then on your next exhale, take chin towards your chest, making sure you don't change your posture. Don't slump over. Keep your shoulders back, so that's going to help you get the stretch through the neck. We won't stay here long because we do tend to have this posture anyways, looking down at our phones. And on an inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Making sure not to round the shoulders forward. Doing a nice little warm up before we get into higher intensity stuff. No sun salutations today though. Inhale, bring your head upright. We're going to do that same thing, but we're going in the opposite direction. So start on an exhale, left ear to left shoulder. We were just here, but there's something about starting here versus ending here that changes the energy of it. Next, exhale, chin to the chest. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. Making sure you don't slouch over. Next, inhale, lift the head up. Place your hands on your knees. Just do a little circular rotation through your torso. We're not isolating anything. My dear friend Nicole, she can teach you how to isolate perfectly through here. But that's not our goal right now, okay? Our goal right now is just finding movement, hips, spine, just creating that movement. Speaking of allergies, there's mine acting up. Changing the direction of the circles. Circling around, just finding movement in the body. Just getting things ready to be moved. And then inhale back to a neutral spine, sitting tall. But we're not tense. We're not upright. It's just a tall and comfortable. And then inhale, reach the arms all the way up. On an exhale, take your left hand down. Right arm stretches over. We're not staying, so inhale right back up. Exhale, right hand down, left arm stretches. Again, not staying. Inhale up. Exhale, left hand down, right arm stretches. Inhale up. Exhale, right hand down, left arm stretches. Inhale up. Exhale, left hand down, right arm stretches over. Stay here and breathe. Turn your head, look up towards the ceiling. Keep your right hip down on the mat. You adjust your left arm however you need so it doesn't hinder your stretch through the right side body. And then on an exhale, take your right shoulder, roll it forward. Turn your head to look towards the floor. Inhale, open the shoulder. Exhale, roll forward. Inhale, open the shoulder. Exhale, roll forward. Stay right here. Keep your right hip down. Reach your right fingertips around. Really stretch through the upper part of the back. Really getting into our fascia versus our muscles. Next inhale, open the shoulder back up. Stay here for that half a breath. Next inhale, all the way up. Exhale, other side, so right hand down. Left arm stretches over. Keep your left hip down. Turn your head, look up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, take your left shoulder, roll it forward. Look towards the floor. Inhale, open. Exhale, roll it forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, roll it forward. Stay here, noticing we're moving with our breath, then holding. Stay here and keep reaching. Left hip stays down. Left hand is reaching. Inhale, open up the shoulder. Next, inhale all the way up. Exhale, roll it all the way forward into your tabletop position. You can always put a blanket underneath your knees, or if your knees just want a little more cushion and you don't have a blanket handy, just put a little roll into your mat. Works just the same. On your hands and knees, just do a few rounds of cat-cow. So taking in a breath, find your way into cow. Tilt your tailbone up, belly drops, chin and chest lift. Exhale as you tuck your tailbone. Round your spine up towards the ceiling, chin to the chest. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Inhale back to a neutral spine. Taking your hands, turning left fingertips to the left, right fingertips to the right. Rock side to side with your torso. So upper body includes your hands and wrists. Definitely doing movement for our wrists. And if you've been to my classes, you know we do these almost every practice. Bringing it back center. You decide if you keep hands exactly where they are, or if you keep turning and fingertips point towards you. And then we're gonna do circles with the torso around the body. Around, into a stretch and out of it. Change the direction of the circle. Don't forget to keep breathing. Keep breathing. Just keep breathing, just keep breathing. It was swimming, but you know, we can change it to breathing for yoga. Taking in the breath, bring it back center. Turn your hands to a normal position. Taking a breath, sweep the right arm out to the side and up. On an exhale, right arm reaches down. Stretch over to the left side. Don't take it all the way to thread the needle yet. Inhale, reach the right arm out and up. Exhale the arm down and under. Inhale the arm out and up. Exhale the arm down and under. This time, right shoulder down, head down, left arm reaches forward. Stay here and breathe for a moment. It's a nice little twist for our spine. One of the first twists of the practice. You have the option to stay here. You can take the left leg, extend it long behind you, and then keep your belly in and up. You can lift the leg as well.
Now, the first time Lindsay and I did this, we fell over multiple times. So if you roll over, just laugh. Pull the left knee back down. Left hand slides back. Inhale, back up. Tabletop position. Inhale, left arm out and up. I'm sorry. Exhale, bring the arm down and under. Stretch over to the side. Inhale the arm out and up. Exhale the arm down and under. Stretch over. Inhale, out and up. Exhale the arm down and under. Right shoulder down, head down. Right arm reaches forward. Breathing right there into that spot between your shoulder blades on your back. And then if you want, you can slide your right leg along behind you. Lift the left leg if you choose. You decide if you point or flex your foot. Knee comes back down. Right hand slides back. Inhale back up to tabletop position. Take your toes, tuck them under, and then put your weight back into your heels. So you're sitting on your heels, therefore stretching the bottom of your feet. So then take another breath and breathe. You decide if your hips stay down. You can lift them up if you need, but just stay here and breathe. And then my friend Nicole, when she teaches this, she has them bring up cactus arms and then make a fist and flick, make a fist and flick. Taking the attention off your feet, but then still working into your hands, which correlates into our upper body sequence today, correct? So thanks, Nicole. You know, everyone's a teacher. You learn something from everyone. So take different classes, take different teachers. You're gonna learn so much from different people. And then hands come down, come onto the tops of the feet, tap the toes out like you're a little toddler having a tantrum. You can get loud and dramatic with it. And then tuck the toes under again. Once is never enough. And then back onto it. Cactus arms. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale 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 up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Stay here and breathe. Breathing's the hardest part of the practice, right? Next, exhale, hands down. Tap the toes. And tap, 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 tap. Take your hands. Walk them one hand's length forward. Tuck under the toes. Lift up your hips. Find your down dog. Everyone's down dog's gonna look a little different, but I want your tailbone sticking up and out. And I want you to start with movement. You can pedal your legs. You can rock your hips. You can lift higher on the toes. Whatever movement your body's looking for. Oh. And then breathe. Down dog's one of the greatest poses, I feel like. And people either love it or they hate it. A lot of people hate it. I feel like you have to learn to love it. You have to learn its nuances, learn what works for your body, and then walk your feet to the top of the mat. So you're into a forward fold. Always okay to bend your knees in a forward fold. Let your head hang down. And then if you want, you can clasp hands on opposite elbow and add a little rotation. A little ragdoll here. Taking in a breath, come back center. Next, inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach the arms all the way overhead. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Taking a breath, lift halfway. Exhale as you fold. Inhale all the way up to standing again. Arms reach all the way overhead. Again, exhale, fold all the way forward. Taking a breath, lift halfway. Exhale as you fold. Inhale all the way up to standing. Arms reach all the way overhead. We're gonna stay here just because where I teach, Indigo Yoga Loft in Washington, when the sun shines in, I get put on the spotlight with where the sun shines in. And with this light overhead, I can feel like I'm in the spotlight again, even though it's artificial light. Exhale, pull your palms down together, heart center. And then take them all the way down. We're gonna take in our breath and do arm swings. One arm and then the other. So one arm reaches up, swing it back as big as you can. Rotation through the torso as you then alternate arms. So there's a little rotation, there's movement, big circles with the arms. These are gonna come into play again later in the practice. Bigger is better at this moment. Bigger isn't always better, but it is right now. Once you've done an even number on each side, bring your palms together. So we need to warm up our lower body just a hair, just because we have done most of our work on the upper body. So weights into the right foot, four corners of the feet, and then the toes go down to create balance. Weights in the right foot, left knee lifts. Apparently my balance is off today. And we're gonna do circles with the left leg. Up, down, and around. Putting a little movement into our joint. Change the direction of the circle. Hold the knee up and set it back down. Switching sides. Weights into the left foot. Right knee lifts up. Circle the right leg. Up, down, and around. Trying to find that balance. Change the direction of the circle with the right leg. Whoop. Always okay to put a toe down like I did. And then step your foot down. Shake and shimmy, shake and shimmy. Lift the left knee again. Left foot's gonna step back, crescent lunge. So you're high on the left heel. So don't sink into the back of it. We're not sinking and dumping. We're staying lifted. That's gonna strengthen the left foot. It's gonna strengthen the left leg. And then once you pull your belly in and up, you're stretching your hip flexors even more. Inhale, reach the arms up. On an exhale, cactus arms, just as we did on our toes. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus arms. Stay here and breathe. Chest is lifted. Shoulder blades squeezing together on your back. Lifting the chest like your mama told you not to. Bring your palms back together, heart center. Taking the breath. Come all the way up to standing, lifting up the left knee in front of you. I stepped a foot down along the way. It's okay if you do the same. Foot down, shake it out. Other side, right knee lifts. On an exhale, right foot steps back. High on the ball of the foot. Don't dump, stay up. Belly's in and up. And again, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus arms. Stay here and breathe. Keep squeezing with the shoulder blades on the back. Don't get lazy here. Stay very active. Palms come back together, heart center. Taking a breath, come all the way back up. Lift up, right knee in front of you. Step your foot down, shake it out. Switch sides again. Left knee lifts. Left foot steps back. crescent lunge. Belly's in and up. Cactus arms. On an exhale, twist to the right. You're not going to go very far. Just twist through the torso. Inhale, back center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Stay here. Lengthen the arms. So left fingertips reach forward. Right fingertips reach behind you. You decide. You can stay here. Or you can place right hand on the low back or the left thigh. Inhale. Left arm up and overhead. Find length in the front of your left body. Next, exhale. Left hand to the floor. Right there by your right foot. Right hand reaches for the ceiling. Notice I'm not dumping into my left shoulder. Exhale, right hand down. So we're in a runner's lunge. Next, exhale. Left foot steps forward. Forward, fold. Taking a breath, lift halfway. Exhale as you fold. Inhale all the way up to standing. Arms reach all the way overhead. Pull your palms together, heart center. This time, right knee lifts. Exhale, right foot steps back. Crescent lunge. So I'm finding a little adjustment. I didn't step back exactly where I thought I was going to. I got a little off balance. Normal for all of us, right? Inhale, cactus arms. I keep asking, right? Like you're gonna respond. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Stay here. Lengthen the arms. Keep the twist through the abdominals, through your midsection. Don't try to swing the left arm back. Either stay here. Left hand to the low back or your right thigh. Right arm reaches up and overhead. Next, exhale. Right hand to the floor. Right there by your left foot. Left hand's reaching for the ceiling. Notice my palm is facing out to the left side of our mat. It's not like twisting and reaching, trying to make my arm look higher. That's not what this is about. It's about finding rotation in the body. Exhale the arm down. Runner's lunge for this moment. Next exhale, right foot steps forward. Forward fold. Taking a breath, lift halfway. Exhale as you fold. Inhale all the way up to standing. Arms reach all the way overhead. Palms together. Left knee lifts. Left foot steps back. This time find warrior two. So left toes go flat, left foot goes flat. Toes pointing to the left side of the mat. Right knees into the lunge. And then reach the arms long. We're not staying here long. We're gonna take a right forearm to the right thigh. Maybe you place your hand on a block instead, but I don't want you too low because this focus is solely on the left shoulder. Not about the lunge, not about how low your hand can go. Taking in a breath. Exhale, take your arm forward. Roll the shoulder forward. Arm swings down. Inhale, sweep the arm behind you. Open the shoulder, reach the arm up. Exhale, forward and down. Inhale, sweep the arm back and up. Exhale, forward and down. Inhale, forward and up. Change directions. We're doing 3 in each direction of the circle. So exhale the arm behind you and down. Roll the shoulder forward. Inhale the arm forward and up. Exhale, behind you and down. Inhale, forward and up. It's okay if you lose your balance like I did. Exhale, behind you and down. Forward and up. Once your arm comes back up, we're gonna do a little pivot. So exhale, left hand down, pivot on the left foot, right arm out and up. Next, exhale, right hand down. Exhale again, left foot steps forward, forward fold. Taking a breath, lift halfway. Exhale as you fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, palms together. Right knee lifts, sorry. On an exhale, take it, step it back. Warrior two. Right toes point to the right side. Left knee's in the lunge. Extend the arms just long enough to then place forearm on the thigh. Right arm towards the ceiling. Our focus is not about how low you can go. On an exhale, arm reaches forward. Shoulder rolls down. Inhale, open the shoulders, the arm sweeps out and up. Exhale, forward and down. Inhale, behind you and up. Exhale, forward and down. Inhale, behind you and up. Opposite direction. Exhale, behind you and down. Roll the shoulder forward and up. Exhale, behind you and down. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, behind you and down. Inhale, forward and up. Next, exhale, right hand comes to the floor. Pivot onto the right ball of the foot. Left arm's up. Exhale the left hand down, runner's lunge. Next, exhale, right foot steps forward, forward fold. Taking a breath, lift halfway. Exhale as you fold, hands to the mat, step back for down dog. Shift your weight forward to a high plank, just long enough to put your knees down and lower yourself all the way down onto the mat. Take a moment of rest. Rest your head down. Take a moment just to breathe. And then plant your hands out wide to the sides. Fingertips are down. Little bend in the elbows. Taking a breath. Lift up. I lied. Don't. Taking a breath. Squeeze the shoulder blades together on your back. Stay here for a moment. Next inhale, lift up for a little baby cobra. So you're pushing into those fingertips to lift you up. Keep the belly pulled in and up. If you want to take your feet out a little bit wider, you can. Exhale, come back down. So let's do it again, but lift it up a little higher. So squeeze shoulder blades together on the back first. Then take in the breath and lift up. Keep the shoulder blades squeezing together on your back. Exhale, bring it all the way back down. Rock your hips side to side. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Shoulder blades still squeezing together. Taking a breath, lift up for cobra. You decide how high you lift. You decide if maybe you do a baby cobra, you do a bigger cobra, maybe you do an adolescent cobra, whatever your back's ready for. Exhale, bring it back down. Rock your hips side to side. And then find a sphinx. Forearms down. Forearms down, pushing into the forearms, not the elbows. Don't get mat burn on your elbows. Keep the belly pulled in and up. When you do that, your pubic bone should be on the floor, not your hip points, okay? Keep the belly in and up, and then keep the chest lifted. If you want to take your feet wider here, it might help your low back. You shouldn't feel a pinch in your spine. If you do, you have to question whether your hip points are on the floor versus your pubic bone. If your feet need to go wider, what's going on in your body? Adjust, move, get out of it. Don't stay in there if it hurts. There's no pain in yoga. There's work, there's strength, there's length, there's no pain.
Exhale, lower back down. Take a little crocodile, alligator, same thing. Stacking your forearms, foreheads down on your mat. Just rock your hips side to side. And then forehead back down to the mat, arms by your sides, fingertips point towards the wall behind you. So we're going into a locust pose. Now, in the Ashtanga style of yoga, locust pose is traditionally just the legs. We're working a variation that I want to work the upper body. So legs are optional here. You decide if you want to lift them at all. Maybe you don't want to lift them at all. Maybe your low back hurts and you want to keep them down. That's okay. You decide your variation, but squeeze shoulder blades together on the back. Take in the breath, lift the chest. You decide if those legs come up or not. It's your body. And then as you exhale, bring it back down. You can rock your hips or you can bend your knees and windshield wiper legs side to side. Your choice. We're going to practice that variation again, or if you want to clasp your hands behind your back. That's going to help squeeze the shoulder blades a little bit closer together already. So taking a breath and lift up. Your variation. Legs don't have to lift. Arms can be by your sides. Exhale, come back down. You decide, rock the hips or windshield wiper the legs side to side. Legs come down. Same concept, but arms reach forward. So we're going into our Superman variation of our locust. Taking in a breath, lifting up, legs are optional. On an exhale though, cactus arms. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cactus arms. Stay here. You can look down at the floor. If it feels good on your neck, you can look straight ahead. It's whatever's working for your body. Squeeze the shoulder blades closer together. Exhale, come all the way down. Rest your head. Either rock your hips or windshield wiper legs side to side. Your choice. Legs come down. Arms go out wide into a T-shape. T-shape variation of locust pose. Taking in a breath, lift up. On an exhale, bring your fingertips into the forehead. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, fingertips in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fingertips in. Inhale, lengthen. Turn the palms forward. Lift a little higher if you can. And then exhale, bring it all the way back down. You decide, rock your hips or windshield wiper legs side to side. Legs come down. Left arm's out to the side. So left hand is in line with left shoulder. But if you know you have tight shoulders, like my left shoulder is a little bit tighter than my right, you can slide your hand down a little bit, but keep your palm down. You're going to turn and roll onto the left side. So we're opening through the left shoulder. Lots of variations here. You can rest your head on the floor or a block. Right arm can be in front of you if you need it, or right hand behind you on the low back where it will increase the intensity of the stretch. Or you can stack your knees. Or you can stand up your right foot behind your left. I actually stack my feet on top of each other. Each variation is going to change the intensity of the stretch. So decide what your body's looking for, how much of a stretch your shoulder wants. My variation on this side is not the same variation on the other side. We are not symmetrical people. We are not built exactly the same on each side, and we don't use our bodies the same on each side. Taking a breath, roll back to the belly. Take it on the other side. Right hand's down. Hand is in line with your shoulder. Unless you know your shoulder's a little bit tighter, you can slide the hand down. This is not as tight of a side for me, so I don't have to slide the hand down on this side. Roll to the right side, head on the floor or a block or a pillow. Left hand is either in front of you
or left hand's behind your low back to increase the intensity. And then either stack your knees or stand your left knee up. Again, it changes the intensity of the variation. So how much of a stretch do you want? How much do you want to open your shoulder here? Maybe you just want to take a little bit more comfort here. Less lengthen and more relaxation. That's not wrong. Taking a breath, roll back onto the belly. Place your hands underneath your hips. Push yourself up to tabletop, just long enough to take your knees out wide. Push your hips back. Find your way to child's pose. Notice how your shoulders and back feel right now. How does everything feel? Does it feel a little looser? Do you feel a little more chest opened? Do you feel less slouched over? Because that's our goal. Just breathe. And then taking the breath, walk it back up. Find your way into a seated position. Now you can sit on the edge of a blanket. You can roll up the edge of the mat. Maybe you're comfortable not sitting on the edge of anything, but I like to sit on the edge of a blanket. It puts a little bit more of a tilt into my pelvis so I can sit up a little taller with a little bit more upright posture. So that's very important because when we're seated, we should have this anterior tilt, sticking our backside out. But like most of us, we slouch back, totally guilty of it, and it puts that posterior tilt in our pelvis, which prevents us from being able to fold forward effectively in a seated position. And we are about to do some folds, well, a fold. And with it, I'm not going to tell you straight spine, because you should only have a straight spine if your pelvis is properly into an anterior tilt. Most of us are not there. That anterior tilt, we call it the auntie booty. You know your big auntie that's got her big old backside hanging out there. It wobbles side to side when she walks. You could put a tray up on it. Now, I don't have an auntie like that because all of them are really skinny and trim and very strong. Yeah, but we call it because it's got that extra tilt to the backside. So an auntie booty for an anterior tilt. That posterior tilt is where you tuck the tailbone, which is generally where my pelvis is at this point, and we're trying to work against that. So most of us are probably in a posterior tilt. We want anterior tilt. So when we do fold, I'm not a stickler for straight back, okay? It's okay if you round. I want our focus to be on the rhomboids because we've done so much opening the chest and we've essentially shortened the rhomboids on the back. There are these muscles right between the shoulder blades right there on the back. They're pretty short, but we spent so much time shortening them that I do want to put a little stretch into them. So sitting up, so soles of the feet together, knees wide. I'm not a stickler about how close you get them in. I personally like mine further apart. Maybe you don't, your choice. So arms out in front of you. Arms are long, palms are down. You're then gonna cross your arms, ideally crossing above the elbows, because that's important, because then when we bend our arms, we're coming into eagle arms. Backs of the hands together, you can wrap the arms together. So left arm's on the bottom, right arm's on top. Maybe eagle arms isn't in your practice. You can always do palms and forearms together. They might touch, they might not. It's whatever works for you. No matter which variation you choose, elbows high. Push and breathe through that spot on your back, right there between the shoulder blades. That's getting into those rhomboids. So keep the elbows lifted. If they come down and sink towards your chest, things get easy. We're not doing easy today. Elbows stay lifted. Take in a breath. Exhale and hinge forward. Keep the elbows reaching out away from you. It's not about how far forward you go. It's not about a straight back. Your focus is right between the shoulder blades on your back. Find those rhomboids. Give them a little love. I was thinking of a Beatles song. What's the song with all the love? You know, it'll come to me after this. Not like I could sing it in tune or key or anyways. Inhale, come back up. Open the arms out wide.
Fingertips behind you, lift the chest, and then release back to neutral. So we're gonna do the other side. Arms out in front. This time, left arm stacks on top of the right. Bend your arms, eagle arms, or palms and forearms together. Your choice, but lifting the elbows high. Whew, I must be tighter on this side because I can feel it on this side. On an exhale, hinge forward. Keep the elbows pointed away from you. Take in a breath, come all the way back up. Open the arms. Fingertips behind you, lift the chest. Exhale and release. Whew. Work your way all the way down to your back. Once you get down onto your back, notice I lost the roll in my mat. You might do the same. So once you're down on your back, knees are bent, feet are flat. So we're going into a bridge variation. So feet and knees are only open as wide as your hips. So if you can lift your head and look down and see your feet, you've got your feet too wide, okay? The femur head, knees, and ankles are all in alignment here. You're gonna take in a breath. We're gonna just tilt your pelvis. Posterior tilt, so we're not sticking our booty out, we're not doing the anti-booty. So tuck the tailbone, low back pushes into the mat. And honestly, I was talking to my chiropractor one time and she said most people can't even do this. So I just want you to try. It's pulling the belly in and up. Exhale and release. Pull the belly in and up, tilt your tailbone. Push your low back into the mat. So it's pushed into the mat. My back feels flat. And then release. Do it again. Tilt it and then lift it. Now notice my hips didn't come up that high because this is not just about the hips. It's about the shoulders and chest also. So tuck under the tops of your shoulders. Lift through the chest. The moment I lift my chest, my hips just rise up like it's nothing. So much easier. Don't let your knees splay out. If your knees are splaying out, that's when you have to activate the adductors, your inner thighs. Lifting up. Bulk of the weight's in the heels of the feet, but don't lift your feet up. Keep your feet flat. Exhale, lower the hips down. Take a moment just to breathe. If you want, you can rock your knees side to side, but keep your feet down on the floor. That's an energetic thing, that if you pull the knees to the chest, you're stopping the flow of energy. Let's not stop the energy flow yet. We will in a moment. So again, tuck the tailbone, low back pushes into the mat. Lift the hips, tuck under the tops of the shoulders. Lift the chest as well. Some yoga teachers will tell you not to squeeze the glutes. Some will tell you to squeeze the glutes. There's a fine line somewhere in the middle that I like to find. My glutes are working, but they're not over squeezing. Keep the chest lifted. Don't let it sag. Don't put your chin on your chest. Lift your chest towards your chin. There is a difference there as well. Exhale, lower the hips. You decide if you want to rock side to side, but again, keep your feet down. This is an energy thing. Knees upright. Let's do it one last time. Tuck the tailbone, low back into the mat. Lift the hips. Tuck under the tops of the shoulders. Lift the chest. This is our last one because you know I like threes. Exhale, lower the hips down. Now, pull the knees to the chest. Hug them there. Rock side to side if it feels good on your back. It doesn't feel good on everyone's back, and that's okay. On an exhale, take both knees to the right side of your body. Arms out in a T shape. Take a moment just to breathe. This is the beginning of the rest period. So let yourself relax, which is hard for us to do sometimes. You have to really give yourself permission to relax. I'm one of those people that I have to give myself permission to go to sleep at the end of the night. Whereas my husband falls asleep on the drop of a hat.
On an inhale, pull your knees back to the chest. Hug them there. You decide if you want to rock side to side or if you're just hugging in. Next, exhale, take the knees to the left. This is my favorite. Of course, I say that about all of them. Arms in the T shape. Notice how your chest feels. Notice how your shoulders feel. Notice how your upper back feels. Take in a breath. Knees back to the chest. Hug them there one more time. This is where you thank yourself for coming into the practice today. Giving yourself the gift of yoga. And then extend yourself out on the mat. Prepare yourself for Shavasana. You can do legs out wide and long. You can do knees bent. You can put your feet down on the mat, feet wide. Let your knees tuck in towards each other. Maybe you put some pillows underneath your knees. Maybe you wrap yourself up in a blanket. It's whatever you want. Whatever's comfortable for you. And then when you get there, close your eyes. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. Lengthen and deepen your breath as you allow yourself to relax. And you give your body the rest that it deserves. And then you stay here as long as you want. You decide how long you want to stay in your Shavasana and give your body the rest it deserves. And then when you're ready, you can come out of your Shavasana and come back. Join me again another day. Thanks, y'all.